The lucella, discovered in 2007, has giant human-like eyes and a blue bottom. A flea can jump distances 200 times their body length. Cows poop up to 15 times a day, which can be as much as 115 pounds of manure per day, or approximately 21 tons per year. Giant vampire bats lived 100,000 years ago and had a wingspan of 50 cm, 20 inches. There are an average of 50,000 spiders per acre in green areas. Gray-headed albatross can circle the globe in only 46 days. Giant anteaters consume up to 35,000 ants and termites in a single day. The most venomous fish in the world is the 30-centimeter stonefish. Koalas can sleep for up to 22 hours a day. There are an estimated 8.7 million species on Earth, and more than 80% of them are undiscovered. A common garden snail has 14,000 teeth. The giant Pacific octopus has 3 hearts, 9 brains, and blue blood. Bees have 5 eyes, 2 at the front like a fly, and 3 smaller eyes like a spider. Cats were domesticated 9,500 years ago in ancient Egypt. The earliest found depictions of dogs come from 8,000 years ago. The wood frog spends 7 months of the year frozen. The alpine swift is able to stay airborne for over 6 months without touching down. There are more than 1.4 billion insects for each human on the planet, according to recent estimates. The Nile crocodile's jaws can apply 5,000 pounds of pressure per square inch, the strongest bite of any animal in the world. Only 3.5% of mammals are monogamous. The loudest animal in the world is a mere 2 cm long prawn. The pistol shrimp is capable of snapping its claws shut so rapidly that it creates a bubble which collapses to produce a sonic blast louder than a Concorde sonic boom. Pufferfish can contain a tetrodotoxin, a toxin that is up to 1,200 times more deadly than cyanide to humans. There is enough toxin in one pufferfish to kill 30 adult humans, and there is no known antidote. Only 5% of cheetah cubs survive to adulthood. Flamingos are not pink. They are born gray. Their diet of brine shrimp and blue-green algae contains a natural pink dye called xanthan that makes their feathers pink. Otters hold hands while sleeping so they don't float away from each other. Hummingbirds are the only known birds that can also fly backwards. Dolphins use toxic pufferfish to get high. The inland taipan, also known as the western taipan, is the most venomous snake in the world. A single bite contains enough venom to kill at least 100 fully grown men and can kill within just 30 minutes if left untreated. The world's deadliest animal isn't a shark, bear, or tiger, but something far smaller, the mosquito. According to the World Health Organization, 725,000 people are killed each year from mosquito-borne diseases, such as malaria, dengue fever, and yellow fever. The shortest living animal in the world is the mayfly. Its entire adult lifespan is just 24 HRs. The horned lizard is able to shoot blood from its own eyes, up to a distance of 3 feet away. The rather bizarre and disgusting act is a defensive mechanism to confuse predators. Roosters prevent themselves from going deaf due to their own loud crowing by tilting their head backs when they crow, which covers their ear canal completely, serving as a built-in earplug. Little is known about the elusive giant squid. However, the largest squid ever found measured over 50 feet and weighed nearly a ton. The pangolin is able to roll up into an armor-plated ball so lions can't eat them. Swifts spend most of their lives flying in the air and can fly for almost an entire year without ever landing. Even after having its head cut off, a cockroach can still live for weeks. A group of parrots is known as a pandemonium. A blue whale's tongue can weigh as much as a car, or a small adult elephant. The longest living verified animal is a Madagascar radiated tortoise, which died at an age of 188 years in May 1965. The fastest land animal on the planet is a cheetah. It can reach speeds of up to 75 miles per hour, 120 kph. Baby elephants suck their trunks for comfort. Axolotl are able to regenerate lost limbs and body organs. The male seahorse goes through pregnancy and gives birth to babies. They are the only animal on Earth where the male carries the baby rather than the female. The loudest animal relative to size is the water boatman, which measures at just 12 millimeters long, but can produce 99 dB of sound by rubbing its genitalia across its abdomen. The howler monkey is the loudest land animal. Its calls can be heard from 3 miles, 5 kilometers away. The aptly named colossal squid's eyes are as large as a basketball. White-tailed jackrabbits are the greatest land jumpers, having been recorded leaping an astonishing 21.6.4 m vertically. Giraffes are the tallest land animal in the world, reaching heights of 19 feet, 5.8 m. The ostrich is the world's tallest bird. It can grow up to 9 feet, 2.7 m tall. An ostrich's legs are so powerful that their kicks can kill a lion. The Dementor wasp paralyzes cockroaches with venom to its head, turning them into a zombie-like state. The toxins leave the cockroach unable to control its own movements. which incredibly makes it run into the wasp's nest to meet its demise. More than half of all pigs in the world are kept by farmers in China. Polar bears have jet black skin under their white fur coats. The little-known pangolin is the world's most poached and trafficked animal. Great white sharks can detect a drop of blood in 25 gallons, 100 liters of water, and can even sense tiny amounts of blood from 3 miles, 5 kilometers away. The naked mole rat can live in an almost zero oxygen atmosphere. The smell of a skunk is powerful enough for a human to smell it up to 3.5 miles, 5.6 kilometers away. A tiger's rear legs are so powerful that they have been found remaining to stand even after death. A rhinoceros's horns are made of keratin, the same type of protein that makes up hair and fingernails. The edible dormouse, GLI's gliz, is able to hibernate the longest, up to 11 months of the year when food availability is low. Japanese macaques play with snowballs for fun. Sperm whales are the world's largest predator. The largest insect to ever live was a dragonfly with a wingspan of over 75 centimeters, 2.5 feet across. Koalas have fingerprints almost identical to humans. Greenland sharks are the longest living vertebrates on Earth, with one individual thought to be over 400 years old. The blood Dracula ant has the fastest recorded animal movement when it snaps its mandible. The box jellyfish is considered the most venomous marine species in the world. The Japanese spider crab has the longest leg span of any arthropod. Some albatrosses are lesbians, some corvids, crows, rooks, ravens, etc. can understand physics. Sheep can recognize faces. Tardigrades can survive in space and go without eating for more than 10 years. Duck-billed platypus don't have nipples. Instead, they concentrate milk to their belly and feed their young by sweating it out. Echidnas are relatives of duck-billed platypuses and have a beak, spikes, a kangaroo-like pouch, and lays eggs. Rabbits don't have pads on their paws, only fur. The Yangtze giant softshell turtle is the biggest freshwater turtle in the world. Pea crabs are miniature crabs that spend their whole lives inside oysters, clams, and mussels. The Mariana snailfish is the deepest fish in the ocean, living up to around 8,000 m below the surface. The shoebill stork can swallow baby crocodiles whole. Lungfish are the only fish that have both lungs and gills. Electric eels are in fact not eels and give a shock strong enough to knock out a horse. The yellowhead jawfish incubates its eggs in its mouth. The patu digua is thought to be the smallest spider in the world at just 0.37 mm. Vampire bats share blood with their friends. The U.S. military trained bottlenose dolphins. Wojtek the bear was a corporal in the Polish military during World War II. Horned lizards shoot blood out of their eyes. Cuckoo birds hide their eggs in the nests of other species. Elephants mourn their dead. Meerkat parents train their offspring to hunt scorpions. Gorillas have been seen dismantling traps set by poachers. Emperor penguins are the world's biggest penguins, and they trek 5,120 kilometers, 3,175 m, across the Antarctic to reach breeding colonies. Yaks are specially adapted to high altitudes, with a huge lung capacity and small red blood cells. Cuvier's beaked whales are one of the deepest diving mammals and can collapse their lungs to survive the high pressure. Orangutans are the heaviest tree-dwelling animals. Chimpanzees are very intelligent and make all kinds of tools. Shrike impale their prey on sticks to save them for later. Vultures urinate and defecate on their own legs and feet to cool off on hot days. Certain animals have antifreeze proteins that allow them to survive extreme temperatures. Honeypot ants swell up to a huge size with food. The Donald Trump caterpillar looks identical to the ex-president's hair. There are no male mourning geckos.